Powered by Virginia Radio.
What is going on, everybody? This is A. Monty on the track with another episode of A Chill. It's just a podcast. And it's been a couple weeks, as you guys may know. I was in New York. I already told you guys I probably wasn't going to have anything live for you guys, and I didn't. Sorry. I tried to, but we just didn't get it done. But we had a really good episode last time, so we have to run that back one more time with Miss Keys.
Howdy.
What's up?
Hey.
How was your last few weeks?
You know, it was amazing.
Been seeing you moving.
You know, I don't stay still, ever.
I don't know if it's just because now, like, I interacted with you on social media that now I see all your posts, but it's like now I see, like, everything. Seems like you do a lot.
Yeah, I do a lot.
But, like, prior, I didn't see too much. But now it's probably because, again, like,
it's
when
the
you interact with somebody on social media, you start to see a lot more of their stuff.
Yeah.
I just noticed that. So, but, yeah, I see you posting every day. So, good stuff.
Thank
good work.
you. Thank you.
Good
Thank
work.
you.
Do you have anything specific you want to say about the last podcast? Any videos that you saw that I posted that you wanted to bring up?
I feel like I tried to do women justice, and I didn't get a chance to do that. So hopefully I redeem myself this go round. And I'm not holding back, so.
Well, I cut you off a lot last time, so I'm going to make sure I don't do that this time. I get excited.
Did it again. You see that? Some
but
bullshit.
you were done talking.
How do you know?
Oh, sorry. I'll wait like 2 seconds before.
Here we go. Started already. Already.
I get too excited.
Uh-huh.
It's what happens.
Ready? Fight. Let's fight.
I mean. Okay. All
Round
right,
two, fight.
Well, then we'll jump back into the one that started getting a lot of numbers. We were talking about pretty much girls liking smart guys. I don't think that they do. You had a reason, or you had your reason that I cut you off. So now let's go ahead and get hers.
Okay. The superficial side, this is not me, and everyone who knows me knows I am not superficial. But there are gold diggers out there who understand and know that a nerdy guy, a smart guy has ambition, they have drive, they have something they're going towards, and eventually whatever they're focused on that they don't want to pay attention to you is going to make money. Date them. Do it. Also, they're typically sex deprived, so the sex is probably fucking amazing. All right? And nerdy isn't always a gamer. Nerdy could be you're into physics. It could be that you're into astrology. So much. And there's so many women out here who get treated like they're dumb that if you stop and have a stimulating conversation with us, you're going to get the ass. Period.
May I speak now, teacher?
Yes, you may.
Okay, so can we run it back to the beginning when you said, and specifically gold diggers will go for the smart guys. So what you're telling me is that unless you're only gold diggers are gonna go for smart guys.
That is not what I said.
I mean, that's kind of.
You see how this shit gets twisted already?
I'm not trying to twist, but that's,
I did not say only gold diggers.
You specifically said gold diggers, though.
But I didn't say only.
Okay, so other
that
girls
was like a
go
number
for smart
one.
Guys too?
Yeah.
So you're just speaking for the number one term of gold diggers.
Yeah. But I love smart men and women. It's intriguing to have a conversation. Like, the biggest turn on for me is if you're physically attractive, and it's okay, you're physically attractive, but if you have a stimulating conversation with me and you can talk about something other than like Johnny Depp or whatever, okay, let's have a conversation. Like, let's have a conversation. I love it.
Agree.
This girl almost got the draws because she started talking about health and healthcare. I was like, wow. What you mean there's a root that can make sure that my hair what you talking about?
Hold on. What stopped her from getting them?
She was in New York. Come
Should have
home.
told me about it. That's where I just came from.
Come home.
What's up, baby?
I'm just saying. No, you don't have to be a gold digger, but the stimulating conversation definitely is something that turns a woman on quicker than telling her that she's sexy or beautiful.
It also really depends on the type of girl you are, because I mean, there's some girls out there where they don't really understand simulating conversations because they can't really have them because they're not smart enough to be honest. But there are girls who actually do have the intellect to have and hold a stimulating conversation that can be very intellectual, very educational for both ends, and can teach and learn at the same time. Mm-hmm. But there are, again, some girls who are just not capable of doing that. Because,
which is sad.
Well, I mean, it's the same with guys, though. Like, there's not every guy that can hold a stimulating conversation because they don't know anything that's actually intellectual. Like they know what they know, but they don't know nothing else.
But after a certain age, shouldn't that go out the window? Like you have basic education, K through 12. And if you didn't graduate, most likely you at least got your GED. If you didn't get that, you're on your phone, which is a small computer, every single day. I can't have, if you say something in a conversation and it's a word that I don't know, I'll get quiet and I'll Google that shit and jump right back into the conversation. That's just common sense.
But not everybody's like that.
So you're telling me there's people out here who specifically and on purpose want to appear dumb?
No, but there's people who just don't have the actual like that actually just won't actually do it. Like I can't think of the word that I'm thinking of, but like there's people
purposely want to be dumb.
who don't. They'll hear stuff and they won't understand anything, but they won't ask any questions. They'll just sit there and just like nod you to death.
To be just stupid. If somebody said to you the
So
sky
then,
is
yeah, I
blue
guess-
and you'd be like, what's the sky? Like, look it up.
Well,
Stop being stupid. Stop
Then I guess I
being
am
stupid.
agreeing with your question. Or then yeah, there's people who are just choosing to be dumb. Yeah. Because-
Ignorant. That's the word you're looking for.
Well,
Ignorant is when you
Yeah, I guess you could.
have the capability of getting the knowledge, but you refuse to get that knowledge. That's,
yeah.
a
Yeah.
watered
Okay.
down
I guess
version.
we could say ignorant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So you a nigga. So, anyways, that's what the
She said it.
that's what the word means. Ignorant.
Damn word means ignorant.
Nigger means ignorant.
Whoa. Did not know this.
See, oh, I'm
I
not
wasn't
gonna say
being
it.
ignorant. I
about
was just
to-
honestly saying I did not know this. I did not know this.
It does.
Okay.
My pastor growing up, rest in peace, Bishop Green, wrote a book called "I Will Not Be Niggardly in My Giving." Meaning, if you're going to give offering and stuff in church, don't be ignorant with it. Don't know that you have to pay $500 in rent and be like, I'm going to live off faith and I'm going to give this $100 in church. That's ignorant. You're a nigger.
Whoa. The hardy are being dropped in.
It's
So
because it is the heart. I'm not talking about the slang. I'm talking about the, oh God, here we go. You know how many bleeps this is going to be?
yeah, it's okay.
Can I say it like 3 times in a row just because nigger, nigger, nigger? beep, 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 beep. Okay.
That's what
Sorry.
it's gonna be. Is a bunch of a bunch of bleeps. Anyway. Oh,
Sorry.
why'd you change the camera angle? I hate that one. Sorry, I just hate that one. No, yeah.
No, that
I
was-
just
it was
love the
that
clear
one.
camera. I'm sorry. It's like the one that's like right in the middle. It's just so perfect. The clips come out so good. I'm so sorry. I'm just so worrisome.
I'm weak.
The one that's on the main camera.
He doesn't like
It's so
angles.
good. No, it's not that. It's just like because the quality difference changes. And so I just like how this angle is because anyway. Okay. So before we jump into the next topic, I'm just gonna talk about New York for a little bit. First things first. One thing that I was thinking of, that I wanted to really say, is when you're younger, you don't really understand and appreciate what you have.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you get older and you don't have it anymore, then you start to look back and you're like, wow, I can't believe what I had.
Like
It's
what?
Not there anymore. I went back to see my old house. And I haven't seen it in over 10 years. Nobody lives there still. I mean, they fixed it up a little bit, but it's still, crap hole. But going around it and seeing the environment that we had, seeing the creek down by the side, and just seeing the actual, property that we owned, it made me realize that what we had was absolutely amazing, breathtaking, and beautiful. And as a kid, we didn't appreciate it as much as we should have. And it really made me miss it. And I hope that one day I can afford to buy that property no matter how much it is and be able to just rebuild and raise a family up there. Because it's a beautiful property. It really is. And going up there really almost brought me to tears seeing it again. Because I was just like, man, we just did not appreciate what we had here. And then you go back and I took some pictures and videos. It's just beautiful, man. New York is just a beautiful place, not just a city. Go above it. Go into the country. Go into the mountains. And you guys will see the true beauty of that actual state. It's crazy,
Are you
man.
being sentimental?
For real, man. Because it just really, that whole trip that I just had, the whole 3 weeks that I was up there was just a very emotional trip for me. I'm going to be honest. Going back into my old town, eating Stewart's ice cream again, drinking Blue Drink from Stewart's, getting some freaking sandwiches from, egg, what is it? Egg, bacon, salt, pepper, ketchup on a hard roll or on a bagel. Just getting actual New York food. Made me feel emotional. And then one of my closest friends, growing up, well, he's like a brother to me. My brother's closest friends, I'm just going to say he's like an older brother to me. Got married at a beautiful venue. They rented out a whole golf course.
Oh,
It was an absolutely beautiful wedding. I'm very happy for them. So shout out to Ray and Carolyn. It was an absolute beautiful wedding. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. And I networked with a lot of people. Did a lot of cool things. Went ziplining and stuff like that. It was a fun time. Anyway, all right. Enough about New York. On to the next topic. So this is what we got. How do you feel about circumcisions?
Getting them or giving?
Whoa! You get circumcisions? Are you in the field?
What? I need you to be more specific with your question.
Would you prefer a circumcised or uncircumcised penis?
I've only had one uncircumcised, and he was very uncomfortable about it, and I didn't understand what the big deal was.
Well,
I really didn't get it.
It's just like the extra skin over, right?
I guess I really my sexual experiences it's different, right? So the guy, I'm not gonna mention his name because that'd be fucked up, but the guy was very self-conscious, and I was damn near a virgin. I would say like he was like my second or third, around that area, and he was really self-conscious about it, like, don't look at it, and I gotta go clean it. And I'm like, okay, I'm 19.
You get a lot of dirt stuck up in there?
I don't get it. Like, I was so look. Yeah. I was so damn lost. I was confused. I was raised very sheltered, right? Like real shit. I was very sheltered, so like I didn't know what different parts were and holes and all that extra stuff. So then when you come out, you throw like a wrench in the thing. Like there's other stuff I need to know about here.
A wrench in the thing.
I'm just saying, like, just a new.
Were these not things that we didn't learn about when we were like 6 or 7 and started discovering that men and women have different parts?
But okay, so this is what I'm saying. Growing up, I got written out of health ed.
Oh, okay.
So like periods and all that extra.
You didn't get
shit.
To learn about all that?
It just I woke up on my grandmother's funeral. Like I was 9, and I thought I was dying. And my mom was like, "Here's a pad. We got to go to your grandmother's funeral." And I was like, "Oh."
So you had your first period on the day of your grandma's funeral?
I thought I was dying.
That's
I
rough.
thought my appendix was going to explode and that I was dying just like grandma. And up until my mom even passed away, I was 28. My mom still was like, "Are people touching you there?" She didn't even use the word. So imagine all of that shelteredness and then being told there's an uncircumcised penis running around here that somebody apparently is supposed to suck. What is happening here?
Are you in like a super religious family or something? Like,
I was raised Pentecostal.
I don't know what that is.
Long skirts, don't cut your hair, no tattoos, no makeup.
For real?
Yeah.
Wow.
At some point, they couldn't even wear the color red because
what was that like? Did you get like picked on a lot? Like, just be honest.
Yeah. I was the Bible thumper, the church girl. I didn't really have a lot of friends. I didn't have friends in public, but then I was that girl that, like, if you're in the bathroom and you have a stomach ache, they'd be like, "She'll pray for us because that's the church girl."
Damn. So, like, what was the age that you were at when you just, like, had this whole, like, shift and decided, like, I'm going to dress how I want to dress, do what I want to do?
The real shift, I had turned 18. I cut my hair off. So I got music notes carved in the back. I got my ears pierced.
So you just turned that age of, I'm an adult now.
I was like, fuck it.
How did your parents feel?
My mom was disappointed. My dad was pissed because he was embarrassed. So I did all that at 18. I turned 18 in June. I would say by August, I was out the house. It's gone. Packed all my shit up. I was out.
So is there like some like dishonor type of stuff? Like if you dress a certain way?
Hell yeah. Oof. Definitely shouldn't be saying hell yeah. Absolutely. I was shunned from the church. So even growing up, like I always took care of the kids and things like that.
Wild, dude.
Don't touch my child. Meaning like don't hug them. We believe in spirits transferring. So it was like you can't even hug anybody.
That's a rough life to like.
It was horrible.
I gotta tell you, I'm sorry, but that's why I just can't get with religion, honestly.
Yeah.
Organized religion. I have my own beliefs. I believe in my own type of God. I talk to him differently. Mm-hmm. A lot of people probably would hate how I talk to my own God, but
I don't even think it's like that. It's like a person. Like the conversations that me and you would have are different from you and Lau, but that doesn't make you different.
Right.
That just means you're having a different conversation because you have a different relationship.
Right. It's just everybody grows up in their own life styles. You know, everybody grows up differently, and so, I mean, you have to respect and appreciate how people live, because you can't. I mean, you can't appreciate how everybody lives, because I don't agree with how everybody lives, but you have to at least respect it.
You can respect it.
If that's their beliefs, because that's just how they grew up. That's just what they learned growing up, and so you can't really sit there and be like, "Nah, this is wrong. This is wrong." It's just what they believe. I mean, you might not agree with it. I don't agree with none of it.
I don't. It makes you very judgmental. Like, the funniest thing, I know we're getting like off topic, but the funniest thing was gay people are going to hell. That was what I was raised to believe, right?
Nah.
So, how about I end up bi? Hi, church. That didn't work. And I don't believe I'm going to hell. But it's like, it was everything was going to send you to hell in my church. Everything. You're disobedient. You didn't wear a skirt when you should have wore a skirt. All this, everything was sending you to hell. And so I was tormented internally and spiritually. And I can say now I'm opening up, like, I believe in angel numbers, angels on earth, like, everything. My mind is so much more open. And then the people that treated me a certain way growing up, they're in probably the worst space it can be. They're sick. They're uncomfortable in life. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, if you're saying that this is the devil, let me not say that.
Well, I don't know. I just feel like if you're a person and you're living by a religion, right? Mm-hmm. And it seems like your life is just not going the way you want it to, and you're just miserable. I mean, and you're super stuck on your religion, maybe switch it up. I don't know. I know it's not that easy, but it's just like, I don't know, just try something else. I don't know. I just don't agree with the whole look to God for everything type of deal that I hear from a lot of people. It's like, you have to look to God and pray to God and just choose God for everything. Like, no, look to yourself.
But even the Bible says that there's more to it than just God.
I've never read the Bible. Probably never going to. I don't. That's just me, you know.
There's a scripture that says faith without work. Right. There's a scripture that says faith without works is dead. Meaning you can't just look to God and be like, God got it. But if you don't have a job and you're sitting on your ass all day, you're sitting at home, you're sitting on the couch, you watch TV. What do you do? You gotta.
This is. I'm sorry, I cut you off, but.
God is whoever paying the bills in that motherfucker.
Nah, this is how I look at it for real. Is that God gave me my gifts. It's up to me to use them.
Facts.
You know, God gave me my hands, my feet, my body, my soul. He gave me my mind or whatever. I have to use it. I shouldn't be looking up to him to answer all my questions, or her, him or her, or whatever God is to my spirit. Yeah, I shouldn't be looking up to my spirit to be answering. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I shouldn't have to look up to a spirit to answer all my questions or all my answers. I may need some guidance, or say, you know, I just need, you know, help. Give me a sign or something, or give me some type of guidance. Help me some way. Show me a sign of some sort. You know, I might ask for something like that, but I don't ask too much. I don't ask too much. But that's what I'm saying, is that you will receive it in some type of way, shape, or form, whether it's positive or negative. Mm-hmm. But sometimes you need something negative to happen in your life in order for you to overcome to a positive, you know, more positive route. But
loud facts. I apologize.
Know what I'm saying?
You're right though.
But since you're I haven't talked about this since like my first show, but I want to talk about it.
Okay.
Since you're bi, how do you feel about the whole LGBT community as far as like how they present themselves?
One, it's just like grouping anyone else into a group, right? So you can't. My family, which is or a community, is what you would call the LGBTQ plus community, can be very eccentric, right? But then others are very toned down. I would like to think I'm a very toned down bi woman. Unless I say something, you would know.
Yeah, I didn't know until you said something.
Right? And some people would be like, that's a gay haircut. Okay, because I cut my hair off and dyed it blue. I didn't know I liked girls. I just like dyeing my hair blue. I'm a singer, right?
I mean, I don't.
But I'm just saying. So I think the community as a whole, there's a lot of fights there. There's a lot of fight. And I think people should just leave us alone.
Well, do you feel like they're trying to force themselves onto other communities and try to force everybody to really be okay with them?
I don't think that it's that. I think the backlash has been so strong, specifically against like black gays, that it's like we already have to fight. And now you're out here calling me a faggot and a dyke because I'm black and gay?
I mean, but you have to look at it like this. Like, everybody gets picked on no matter what they are. Like, the gays aren't getting specifically targeted. Black people get targeted. Asians get targeted. If you're not white, you get targeted. Even white people get targeted by other races. Everybody gets targeted. So you can't really look at it as like everybody's picking on gay people. Nobody cares that they're gay anymore. That's the thing, is that if you're going to be gay, be gay.
Though. I think that's where it's...
Some religions and some people
No, not religions. So look at it this way. Like, let's just look back at history. White people have always been able to do everything, but white women were probably a little bit behind that, right? When it comes to owning property and things like that, bank accounts, whatever. So then women had to get the right to vote, right? But even when women had the right to vote, black people still didn't have the right to vote. Then black people finally got the right to vote, and we're still 3/5 of a person in the Constitution, and that's never changed. And then in addition to that, now I got the nerve to be a black, bi woman in America. And I'm telling you, I want to get married. Well, I know what you're saying here, but just 500 years ago, you just got freed. So give us some time.
I mean, how much time do they need?
But that's the thing. It's not us asking for time.
It kind of seems like it is, though.
No, when I say time, meaning it's as much of a boycott that there had to have been for women to vote, for women to own property, for women to own a bank account. Now that same amount of time has to happen for gay people to do what they want to do. And the thing about it that makes it so uncomfortable for people is that there's social media.
Well, I'm not trying to cut you off, but there's nothing stopping gay people from doing what they want to do.
Yes, there is. There's still
you can be gay and be in the military,
but there's still
you can be gay and do a lot of things. All right,
that just happened within the last 4 to 8 years.
But these are things that are now that you can now do. I know that it just happened, but it's like, all right, it happened now. How long do you need to adjust?
No, it's not us adjusting. There's still states that won't even allow people who are gay to get married.
And there's still states that won't allow people to smoke weed legally.
Exactly, and there's still a fight there.
All
the
right.
only difference is we're not getting locked up for being gay, but you're trying to find something else to cause us to get locked up. For example, nothing stops you from driving when you have a suspended license. Nothing stops you from driving when you have your registration that's expired or your tags that are expired, right? And a cop can't really pull you over for that, but they'll pull you over for having a broken tail light, and then they can get you. You can't fight me because I'm gay, but I'm going to dock your pay and make sure you don't get paid as much because you're gay. There's still an underlining prejudice there.
I don't know, man. I can't say that I fully agree with you, because I know a lot of upper level people who happen to be gay, and they're getting paid a good amount of money. So I can't fully agree with you, because I don't think that gay people have the same issues or run into the same issues as black people or just any person of color.
They have different issues. Nothing's ever
they have
going
more
to be
of
the
social
same.
issues, though. They have more of like hate, like people on social media hating them and hating on them, and it's
But
because
that's what
to
I
me,
said.
I just feel like, so that's not real world problems, though. Social media is a whole fake thing that's created by the internet.
Okay, so education, right? If I had wanted to become a man at some point in my life, instead of just saying, oh, okay, well, you got the money, you got the bread to do it, let's just go ahead and undergo the surgery. You're telling me there's something psychologically wrong with me, and I have to go through all this therapy before I tell you something that I'm 100% sure of, that I've been sure of since I was 2 years old. I was born a girl, but I am a boy. And you're telling me something is wrong with me, and I have to go through all of this. I'm going to give you a comparison. I am 16 years old. I got raped, and now I'm pregnant. And I want to have an abortion. And you're telling me what I can and can't do with my body. That's like a direct correlation.
It depends on where you are.
Exactly. That's the problem. If everything was the same across the board, we wouldn't have as many issues. But the thing about it is, some people are okay with RuPaul, but you're not okay with the next gay person. You pick and choose. Just like some people say, this is my black friend.
Well,
and they're okay,
I
but
mean,
you can't be my black friend.
This is going to be kind of tough to say, but I don't like every gay person I meet. And it's not because they're gay. It's because some dudes are just a little bit too much for me.
Then that's their personality.
And that's just my personal preference here, people. You can kill me for it. I don't care. But
it has nothing to do with them being gay. It's their personality, right?
I know, yeah. Because I used to have a friend, a very close friend, who I used to hang out with a lot, who is gay. And we hung out a lot until he started crossing lines that I told you, like, I'm not gay. So when you try to start flirting with me on some gay stuff for real, no, I can't, because now you're disrespecting me.
I used to have a friend.
But that's
yeah, that's why I'm saying used to have a friend. You cross the line,
Yeah.
and once you cross the line, I can't rock with you now because now you don't have respect for me and my sexuality. I like women. I like vagina. You like penis? That's cool with me. I'm not with that shit. We can be cool. We can be friends. But once you cross that line and you say some really gay stuff to me, that I can't.
But 100% you deserve to put up that boundary. That would be the same thing. And again, that doesn't have anything to do with sexuality, because imagine how many women out there get hit on by men and they're like, no, I'm not interested. No, I'm not interested. No, I'm not interested. And the dude just keeps coming the fuck back.
I think
So I think that's a personal issue, not a gay issue.
I think just with like the really flamboyant gay guys who like, you know, wear like women's clothes and stuff like that, it's just for straight people it is a little uncomforting. I mean,
Why?
it's because we're not used to men doing that.
So at what point will you get used to men doing that?
I don't know. As humans, I can't answer that question.
But
as a person, it doesn't really bother me as much anymore because I'm around it a lot. Like I'm around a lot of people who I worked with people like that, all that. So I have no problem with people with their preference and what they want to do with their life, with their bodies, if whatever. And I also have somebody who is a member of my family who I saw in New York who used to be a man and is now a woman, even went and got the surgery and everything. So,
but I feel like you answered your own question though.
But I don't have an answer to when is people gonna actually be okay with it. I don't know the answer to that. Me personally,
Right.
I'm okay with it, but not everybody is. Like there are people who I know who are just like, nah, if you gay, I can't mess with you. You gotta stay away from me. I don't got no problem with gay people or transgender people or anybody like that.
That's why I think it really comes down to somebody personally, because I'm around people who are gay that dress like the opposite sex, and it has nothing to do with me, right? And there's a lot. I mean, this topic can go on forever, and I know we got to cut it short, but it can go on forever because people look at me like Keys is probably the most girliest girl I've ever met, right? But that's just by choice of career sometimes. Because if you catch me on a day where I just am not feeling like a skirt that day, Keys has on boxers, an oversized shirt, and some sneakers. And I'll definitely switch up on you. And you'd be like, why are you trying to fight me, Keys? Because I feel like a nigga today. What's up?
Yeah, but
right?
but there's a lot of girls who are bi or straight who do that. But they can be like sexy one day and then dress like real, just chill the next day. I mean, but guys,
but if
we
it's
find
a
that shit kind
female,
of sexy though. Like,
right? But
both,
if it's
like,
a dude that can do both, I think what it really comes down to, and let's just put it out there on the table, people are just uncomfortable when men dress like another woman or another man.
Yeah, I mean that's
what it really comes down to. Because honestly, that's really what the focus is. If you think about what's on social media right now, I ain't never seen no bitch pissed off that a nigga walked in that used to be a female. Have you seen it?
I mean, it's not as common, I don't think.
I have not heard, and I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, women are sexy by nature, so cut her tits off and give her a dick. That's it. Like, and then she know what you want. I'm not saying that that's my style, but I'm saying like I get it. But the issue has always come down to, hey yo ma, what's up? You looking good? Thank you, daddy. Oh shit, you used to be a dude, and then you get mad. What you mad for? You're attracted to women. This person is telling you that they're a woman. If that is not your style, that's not your style. I don't think it's any different than
It's
people saying, I don't like black girls. I don't like white girls. I don't like Puerto Ricans. What's the difference?
It's the throw off.
It's because you feel like they're not directly telling you.
It's because you used to have a dick.
So let me ask you this. Would you be offended?
It's because you used to have a dick. So it's like.
But would you be offended if they outright said, hey, I used to have a penis and now I'm a female, and they gave you the option?
I mean, my option is going to be no. I'm gonna
right,
say no.
but I'm saying, I think what it really comes down to is...
As long as they tell me, like, if I've talked to, like, say I was on a dating app or something, because some guys or some girls you can't tell, like, and they're, oh, yeah, I'm transgender. Oh, never mind. I just can't.
I think some people don't know how to respond to that either, because the world and society can be so harsh.
Some people gay, some people not.
Well, I wasn't like a dick about it, like, oh, never mind. I was just, because it only happened to me once, but I was just like, oh, I'm not really like into that type of stuff. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just.
Yeah, as long as you said it in a nice way.
I mean, I'm not gonna hate on them for. I'm just not
cool
into
with
that.
gay women, though. You know what I'm saying? You can have 2 or 3 of those.
So
I don't care about gay
Fine.
dudes. Like if you gay, you cool, man.
Yeah,
it's
you
just
cool too.
don't try to be gay with
Look,
me and we cool.
I put it
Yeah,
like
keep
this.
it over there and we good.
Nasty shit y'all do to yourself, 'cause I don't want to do all that shit.
I love gay people, period.
Well, you
Because
gay.
no, but
I
even
got to do my
before,
nasty shit with a woman, fuck that.
Yeah, right.
but even
I'll stick it
before
in the
I
girls'
do,
ass.
Women don't be women, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta be some
Stupid.
good women, you know what I'm saying?
Look,
I think-
all I'm saying is if you gay and you want to be cool with me, be an Ian Gallagher type of gay. If you watch Shameless, you know what I'm talking
oh
about.
my god, I think before I even knew, right? There's a period of time before I knew that I liked women, and I had friends that were gay, and I didn't know. Gay people have accepted me quicker than my religious family that I grew up with, because they have suffered so much and they understand what it's like to be hated. And that's why, and I was making a joke about this the other day. I said my bi-ness is dormant because it's been a while since I've been with a female, but I still understand, because even in the community, I'm not gay enough. It's crazy, right?
See, and that was my point about the gay community.
But there's a B in the LGBT,
this is-
but I'm not gay enough.
This was my whole thing.
No, but that's the thing. Women are hard to. Ooh.
That was my whole thing about it though, is that like the LGBT community, like in a whole like y'all argue with each other, like just like what you just said, like I'm not gay enough for them. Like what type of gay do you have to be? First of all, there's like a whole bunch of letters in there that I can't understand. The pansexual thing, I don't understand it.
Pansexual is when you can be attracted to
I
anyone.
know what it means, but I don't get it. To me, personally, I think pansexual and bisexual are the same thing.
What? No.
So wait,
have you ever had a certain personality type that you were attracted to? And when I say this, I don't want this to come off any other way than exactly what I'm saying it. Basketball. He's looking at me like, you better not. Basketball, right? Can you have the same conversation about basketball with a man as you can a woman?
depends on what she likes.
Basketball. We just legitimately
if she likes
talk
basketball, then yeah, you can.
right? So, on a separate thing, do you believe in soul ties, people that you're connected with?
Yeah.
Okay. Pansexual is, in essence, having a soul tie with someone. So you're attracted to them internally, not necessarily their sexual, like.
So that would mean
parts.
a lot of people in this world are pansexual.
Exactly.
No.
And the thing about
it just
it
means
is,
we're straight.
not necessarily.
It just means we're straight and we have soul tie.
I think what it is people are afraid when they realize there's a word for something, right? So on one level, people say, you're cheating on me. Why are you always cheating on me? Because that person
That's just
is
something else, dude.
that person is into multiple partners. So you're saying you're cheating on me, and the thing about it is they just don't know that the word for it is not cheating.
I don't.
You see
I
what I'm
don't know.
saying?
I just don't. I don't know. The word pansexual to me is just bisexual, but just
It's not. It's not bisexual.
because it means you can love anybody.
Oh,
Pretty
Lord.
much. I don't know. But I just, there is another one that really didn't make sense. I want to just mention this last one, then we're gonna move on. But it was like how the kid, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like when a kid like is supposed to decide its own gender or something like that. Like when it was born, its parents decided its gender and it didn't let them decide its own gender.
I think now look, that's
you
the
hear
most
about that? Do you know what I'm
ridiculous
talking
thing
about?
I've heard that.
And
I've heard that, and if you cannot make the decision legally to have a drink or smoke a cigarette till you're 21, I think that is way too young when a child is barely able to speak to be like, I'm a boy. I think that's a parenting thing.
I think that's more of a science thing. I think it's more of a science thing. Exactly.
I know.
When it comes out,
So
it's
you're
gonna have
talking
a
about when
penis or a
they're-
vagina.
yeah.
It's a science thing. All right. It has a penis. It's a boy.
They at this point they like, yo, let the kids grow up gay. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's what I'm saying. Like if you want to grow up and you end up wanting to turn to a girl, that's cool. But understand that you were born with a penis.
And I
So
think
genetically, you're a boy.
That's the difficult part. It's the genetics.
Because some people be wilding with it.
Control the people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Enough about the community. I don't know how much of that they're gonna let me post on TikTok. I guess we'll find out when I start posting it.
It's okay. Send it to me. I'll post it.
Yeah, facts.
They'll let you post all that.
So the next one I want to talk about is birth control. How do you feel about being on birth control? Do you feel like it is important as a woman these days?
I had bad experiences with birth control. So I would say, first and foremost, consult your doctor. But
we are not medical professionals.
We're not medical professionals. Birth control did a number on me, and
like how?
It made me suicidal. Do not do the Depo shot. The Depo shot caused me to be so skinny you could see my bones. It was crazy. I got down to like 110 pounds.
Did it like make you stop eating or?
No, I just
fast metabolism.
Let me put this in a good way. The cycle process never stopped. Ever.
So you were always on your cycle?
Always. Passing out
that's
different places, waking up.
Terrible.
And, yeah, it was horrible. And it wasn't like the pain portion of it. It was just like, it was everything else. And I can tell you how many times I ended up in the hospital. I'm like, why am I in the emergency room? How did I get here? I can't afford this. So there's that. But I did the Nexplanon. Nexplanon, they had a lot of people had recalls and things like that. But that was the one that made me very emotional. And like I had to go to therapy. I had times where I was in my car and I'm like, I'm just going to hit the bridge and just drive off the bridge. And I never knew what it was.
Jesus.
Yeah, like because you're pumping yourself full of chemicals all the time. And honestly, wear a condom. Or like if you have to do something because of a chemical imbalance, like I have one, I could take, I don't know, like a Benadryl and be knocked out for like 3 days. People have
my ex had a chemical imbalance, and so I had to. Dealing with that is very difficult. I'm gonna be honest.
Hard.
Dealing with that is very difficult. You have to be a strong individual. Like the woman herself just has to be a strong woman, and then the man being with her.
I appreciate you saying that.
I'm for real because I just dealt with it for a long time, and it was very difficult to do. And that's one of the things that led to our breakup was because it was very, very, very difficult to deal with.
It's
Being
hard.
real.
It's definitely hard. So like that's what the deal was with Nexplanon. But I feel like don't treat your body like you have multiple bodies because you don't. You only have one body. You only have one to take care of. So if you're on something, typically it's like 3 months before it starts working, and then another 3 months is like you decide if you're going to keep doing it or not and adjusting. If it doesn't work and you're seeing a change in yourself, go back to your doctor and find something else. I urge you to find something else. Because if not, you find yourself in a world of trouble. I know a friend of a friend who, like one of my clients, their friend died from Nexplanon because at first they said they had a chemical imbalance and the doctor upped the dosage and she had an aneurysm and died.
Yeah, that's a big reason. I'm sorry to cut you up, but that was a big reason why I stopped like messing with the doctor and anxiety, because like I started taking a medicine and it started like messing with my brain and making me have like suicidal thoughts and stuff, and I was just like, nah, not with all that. And her solution for it was to up the dosage and just have me take it at a different time of day. And I was just like, no.
What did you take?
I don't remember what it was called. Some long name that I just can't remember the name of.
I took a couple. That should be a topic one day. But I took a couple things, and one I couldn't sleep at all. One I was like nauseous all the time, and then paranoid.
Yeah, after that I couldn't rock with it no more. So I just moved on to something bigger and better.
Not the deal. How do you feel about birth control?
I personally think, if you're sexually active, I think that I was hearing something recently that they're creating like a male birth control, or I don't know if it's like out now or whatever, but I did see something about it. I just think that if you're sexually active, especially with multiple partners, either use a condom if they're not on birth control, but if you are a female and your body can take it, because not all bodies can, do it, be on it. If there's no reason for you to not to be, then be on it. It's just safer.
Yeah.
Especially
but that
if you're not trying to have
don't wear
kids.
a condom.
Well, yeah.
Still wear a condom. STDs are real.
Yeah. If you're gonna have multiple partners, no matter what, wear a condom. Like, make sure that condom is being worn. But if you're gonna have one partner and you guys are just gonna have sex all the time, get on birth control. Without a condom feels a lot better. Let's be honest.
Look into the camera.
Yeah, like I mean, without a condom,
Big
feels a
ol'
hell of a lot
weight.
better. But I mean, still be careful with like coming in them because I mean, I could tell you from experience, just don't come in girls. I mean, I had one girl, I came in her all the time and it was good. It was cool. Nothing happened, but that was because that was my girl at the time. So
I'm weak.
I mean, but it wasn't just like nothing and every other girl, I wasn't just.
You just gotta
anyway.
be careful. I think that topic is something that no one touches anymore because we're at a different age now. Like when we were younger and in school, it was birth control. Don't do the pull-out method. Wear condoms. This is what you do. This and a third. And it's like I've been around people who are younger and they're talking about condoms and they're talking about birth control and they're talking about going to the clinic. And I'm just like so glad I'm past that point in my life where I'm an adult enough to know what birth control does to my body, what condoms I need to use, like how to wash myself. Like this is stuff that just doesn't get talked about anymore.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're not gonna go the birth control route, or if you don't want to wear condoms, at least go get checked every couple of months. Like, go to the doctor. Like, there's no shame in going and getting an STD check. Before I went to New York, I got an STD check. I was good. There's no shame in it, and they'll give you a whole bunch of condoms.
Free condoms.
I mean, there's no shame in it. I mean, when you're having multiple sexual partners, fucking just go get yourself checked. You don't want to be spreading shit. You don't want your balls to be burning and shit.
Facts. I mean, I don't have balls, but I get it.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, I don't.
The shame is everybody finding out that you've got something.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
That's the
So
embarrassing part.
Would you rather do the walk of shame for like an hour and go get yourself checked, and then they can call you with results, or would you rather like give like 3-4 girls committee or some shit, and then you're just like,
Yeesh.
yeah,
Thank God I've never had an STD.
yeah.
I know that when I was like 19, 20, and I was living in downtown Newport News, and somebody gave everyone AIDS, and they put up flyers and told everyone.
That's OD.
So embarrassing. I
There's
mean,
that,
but
like-
it was AIDS though. Like, dude.
Yeah, that's like some next level stuff.
And it's a crime too. You can't. Don't be out here giving your nastiness away. People burning and stuff. Oh, and yeast infections. Like, dude. Men, you can have yeast infections.
Yeah, I've had one before, and I thought I had an STD, and then I went to the doctor, and she was just like, "No, you actually have like a male yeast infection." I'm
so
like,
uncomfortable.
"What?" And she said it could have happened from like soap, like changing soap. There's like a whole bunch of things, just bacteria just gets up in there.
Yep.
And that's pretty much what happened. And I was like, "Damn." I was happy I didn't have an STD, but it was just like the shit felt like it hurt, like it felt weird, and I was like, "What the
Yeast
fuck?"
infections are uncomfortable as fuck.
Yeah, so
But they're
males can't get
so
'em.
common. Again, nobody talks about this shit. They be like, "Oh my God, you had a yeast infection, bitch. There's yeast down there. What are you expecting?"
Bacteria builds like when you're sweating and you're going on with your day. It's hot and shit's bacteria build, and if you don't clean your shit right, or if you clean it too much or change your soap, I guess things can happen. So yeah, just take care of yourself.
Please do.
That's what I gotta say. Hold up, there was another good topic up here. I don't even know what time we're at. Oh, look at that, we're like 45 minutes in it. Look at that. Okay. How do you feel about paying on the first date? And do you feel like, is it more of a norm nowadays that women are women paying more nowadays on a first date? Do you feel like women should pay more?
I live by the fuck you money method.
What? One more time?
Fuck you money method.
Fuck you money method. Okay.
I read it in an article when I was 16, and Tyra Banks said her mom taught her to always, if you're going on a date, make sure you have fuck you money. So even if it's the first date, if you go and he takes you to some expensive restaurant and he'd be like, you know what, I don't have the money. I don't even like you like that. You need to have the same amount of money in your pocket, either that he does or just enough to make sure that you have yourself covered. That's number one. And number two, there's also a rule that if you're being paid for on that first date, that he, like, always order under what the other person has ordered. So if you spent $50, I will order something that's like $40. Does that make sense?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Because I personally, I always just make sure I have money. Unless I'm in a relationship.
Yeah, I mean, that's a smart thing to do. I guess, like, if you are going on a date, make sure you do have money just in case. But, like, do you feel like guys should always be paying on the first date? Or do you feel like girls should, too, sometimes?
I feel like whoever asks should have the money.
I agree.
But the math on this is going to be weird. Like, if the dude asks the female out, then she should at least be able to pay for herself,
Just in case.
And if the woman asks the guy out, then she should be paying.
But still, guy, have the fuck you money.
But have the fuck you money. Absolutely.
Yeah, I just feel like, I'm not going to say all, but a lot of women just automatically assume. Because, like, I've had a girl be like, oh, I want to go here. And then we went. And, like, she made me pay. And I was just like, okay.
But she suggested where to go?
She was the one who wanted to go. And I was just like,
nah.
I was just like, okay. And then we got there and all that. And then when the bill came, she just, like, looked at me and was just like, I was just like, okay.
On the dates that I've gone on, if the guy paid, I at least did the tip.
And if you're not going to leave a tip and you're not going to pay, you better throw some ass.
That's prostitution.
That's not prostitution.
That is prostitution.
I took you out to dinner. Now you better throw some ass.
I don't think I knew that's where this was going to go.
No, but no, because
I've
taken girls out to dinner, didn't get ass multiple times. It's happened multiple times. You don't have to always get ass every time you take a girl out to dinner.
Don't. Stop expecting that shit.
Don't always expect it, especially if it's a girl you're trying to like really get to know. Like if you're trying to really get to know a girl, don't be expecting her to just be throwing it the first time. Because if she throws it to you the first time, then she's throwing it to everybody the first time.
Not necessarily.
All right, she's gonna throw it to majority of the guys the first time.
A woman knows within the first 2 minutes of meeting a guy if she's gonna fuck him. Even if she doesn't, she knows if she would.
Yo, but like, has there ever been a time that you were like so into a dude and then it came down to it and he just did one thing that just really just was like, nope, threw you off all the way?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
I'm a prize.
Girl.
Let's put it like that. It's the sigh for me. I am a fucking prize. But you know what? That's how women should think anyway. I've seen a lot of women lately that was like,
I mean,
this nigga did
women
it,
are-
so I sat on his face. Why are you telling everybody you sat on his face? Everybody who's in your DM deserves a piece at this point.
So yeah, I agree. I just like, there's just so many women in this world. And it's just like, I know women are like trophies or prizes or whatever you guys want to call yourselves. But it's like at the end of the day, I can't get it from you. I'll probably get it from somebody else.
Which is
She
fine.
may not look like you. She may not be as attractive. She may
Ain't
not
no
give me the
Miss Keys
same
out
qualities that you give me. But I can still get what I want from somebody else.
And if all you're wanting is ass, then go get that from somebody else.
However, if not even, because it's still time and energy as well. Like, because there be some girls that I'll be interested in her, but she just doesn't give me that time and energy. So I just can't, I'm not going to keep giving her the same time and energy that I try to. Because she's just clearly not giving me the same time and energy. So I'm going to stop giving you the same time and energy too.
She's just not that into you.
Yeah, man. You know?
I mean, look.
But then I've done that though. I've had girls who like, I started cutting them off and then they would be like, hey, like start blowing me up more. Like, nah, bitch.
Because women want attention. I love telling our secrets.
Go ahead, spill them all.
Women want attention. It's the guy who's always down your throat all the time. We don't want you. You're making it too damn easy. Right? But that hard to get, oh my God.
Why do y'all like that so much? Like, why do you like the hard to get shit? I mean, we
Because
as guys like it too, but
it's just what I said. Like, if I were in that position, like how I approach men and how I approach women are two different things. Women who don't pay attention to me, I'd be like, what's going on with you? Let me get to know you, because clearly you're guarded for a reason. It's like I want to know what that challenge is. Men make that shit too easy. They just do.
well, I mean, girls are just out there too much these days sometimes.
I don't like it.
I mean,
I don't like it. I just
all I'm saying is, girls, if you're not gonna be interested in a guy, don't be flirty when you first talk to him.
that's hard.
Don't touch him. Don't be giggly and laughing at him.
What?
Fucking keep a straight face and look at him like, hey, what's up?
I hate to, no, I'm giggly and flirty, but it's just my
Then
nature.
That's your own fault.
But no, I'll put it like, no, I let me take that
I
back.
hate attractive females.
People think that
Y'all suck.
people think I be flirting, and I'm not. I'm not. My flirting is so direct. Like, okay, people think, oh, she's laughing at my joke. She's so into me. If I am very direct with you and be like, so what that dick do? That's me
So
flirting.
does Is that really how direct you are with people?
Yes, absolutely.
You're dead ass, just like you see a guy you like, yo, what that dick do?
We have to have a certain amount of conversation, but if I want it, I'm going to be direct about it. I'm not the type to be like, so
you
how
killer,
you got
shorty.
kids? Oh my God, that's so cute. Look at your muscle. No, fuck that shit. I'm 32 years old. I don't give a fuck. It's too much. It's too much.
I'm not I don't
like, and it's not to be taboo about it. And I know before on the show I said I wasn't going to talk about my age, but I just had a birthday, damn it, and I know I don't look my age.
Happy birthday, girl. Damn.
Thank you. Bam, pew, 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 pew. I just turned 32, right? On a spectrum, somebody somewhere is telling me I need to have kids by 35. Be married by 35, have kids by 38, and then by 40, like, shit, that's it. My eggs are drying up, okay? I don't have time to play games with nobody right now. I just don't. And then it's like it's a range. So I'm in my early 30s. So my ideal age group to date would be somebody in his late 30s, early 40s. That's ideal, because anybody who's somewhat younger than that, you're either just getting out of college, just getting out of the military, you're starting a business, but you have to be in that business for 10 years for it to make sense for me. Like, you got to be grounded some kind of way.
Shorty, just hold on. I got it. This is killing me.
Okay, go ahead.
But you said, so you do want to have a kid, correct?
I said if I want to have kids.
Oh, so you're still unsure.
I could adopt.
That's very true. But if you do want to have a kid, you have to think, even adopting, it doesn't really matter. The older, like, you're dating like a 45-year-old man, by the time the kid turns 18, they're going to be like fucking 70.
But, so, have you seen
Jesus.
Richard Gere? Have you, all of these men, freaking Johnny Depp is hot, and he's in his 50s.
Yeah,
Amber
Depp is an
Heard, you're
attractive man,
stupid
no
for
homo.
what you did, but she was like 20-something, married to freaking Johnny Depp. I would have had his baby. Hell yeah.
Shit. There's a couple girls in this world, I would definitely have a baby with them.
Have a baby by me.
First
baby.
time I push shit, I ain't pulling out nothing.
Facts. Oops.
Janae Aiko, you are one of them.
I could see that.
Shit. Her fine
Yeah.
ass.
I feel like she's really tiny, though. It's
I
something
know.
about small girls that but you're a dude.
Her sexy
Me
ass.
personally, I'm already small. I can't get with a smaller girl because I'd be like, oh my God, just like a little kid. Get off me. I can't.
Okay.
You know who can get it? I'm sorry. That's not the conversation.
Who that?
Who's the chick that played in freaking Scary Movie, the black girl with the big eyes?
Oh, I don't remember her name, and I know what you're talking about.
Oh
Yeah,
my
okay,
God.
okay.
She can get it.
Anyway.
Kelly Rowland, hello. Good morning.
Let me see where we're at here. Pretty sure the show's about to end. Oh, okay. That brings me up into
The next one? Oh, God. Next topic. Here we
the
go.
next topic was, what age do you think you should start a family at?
The age you should start a family, ideally, I would say 30 to 35.
Well, I mean,
Because of my life experiences.
Yeah.
I'll say 30 to 35. I don't understand people. Like, when I was 18, 19, I'm going to say semi-engaged. I called him my fiance. We knew we were going to get married. Life was going to start for us. He met my family, all of that.
Did it?
I really thought I was going to marry this kid. But now looking on it, I wasn't ready.
Of course.
I was not ready. But 30 or so, yeah, your mind opens up.
I mean, I'm 25, and I personally want a kid by, like, I first originally told myself I wanted a kid by 28. Just because I don't want to be too old when I have a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm, like, cool with, like, 30, like, another 5 years, you know? And if I don't, then I probably won't have it again. But I want a kid at some point. But it's like, because I'm to the point where it's like you were saying earlier, I'm not trying to play no games with shorties. Like, I'm trying to really find, like, the right one that I can build for the next few years.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can maybe talk about having a family, getting married, having a kid and all that shit, you know? But, like,
That's sweet.
that's just me at 25. So, yeah, I guess what you were saying is, like, everybody's different. But, like,
Yeah.
at the same time, I'm also, like, so content with life that I'm just, like...
I think you're in a good place. Like,
Yeah.
25. When I was 25, I was like midway through my career. I was an officer, so I actually had a good career and was thinking about like life insurance and 401ks and all of that. I was thinking about how to take care of my parents because my parents are older. Like, that's a good age to start thinking about those things. But 25 to start a family, if you're not already working on your credit or thinking about what your long-term 10 to 15-year goal is, just take your time. Like, my mom was 38, I think, when she had me, 36, 38. The only thing I can say that was what's hard about that is, you know, she got sick. So I wasn't able to spend as much time. So that is something to think about. If you're wanting to do things like walk your daughter or your son down the aisle and, you know, all those fun things, if you got to at least keep yourself in good health, because if not, you're going to have that family and not be able to spend that time with them.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. So if you are going to have kids, make sure you are taking care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because it would be a shame to have kids and then not be able to be there for them.
Facts.
Yeah, you know.
That got sentimental. I felt it. You looked up like, yeah.
Well, you know, at some point in life, everybody has their changes of heart. I mean, I'm cool and content with life right now. You know.
Have you had a long-term relationship?
The longest relationship I had was 2 years. That was my ex, the last girl I actually dated. And, I mean, I thought during the relationship that was going to be wife. And then, like I said, a lot of things just started. And now I just look at it like,
you just gotta heal from it.
Yeah, I've healed from it. Like, I'm cool with it now. I'm cool. Like, she's in a whole new relationship. I'm happy for her. I talk to her every once in a while.
Oh, that.
No, I talk to her every once in a
woman.
while. Yeah, she's cool. I'm happy for her. Like, I'm happy that she's happy with her life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that she's doing good. And I'm gonna say this to dude, treat her right, bro. Treat her right.
We coming for your ass.
Nah, I mean, it's none of my business, but treat her right, bro. She's a good girl.
Or we coming for your
Whatever.
Sorry.
There was... All right, so how do you feel about now if you were married with kids or whatever? This was just something that we talked about, disciplining your kids. Like, do you feel like you really can't these days?
I'm giving whippings.
I mean, me too. Like, when it's deserved.
Yeah, well, definitely when it's deserved. But, I mean, you
What do
spare
you-
the rod, you spare the child.
What do you feel like is a deserved ass whooping, though?
Like, I pop my dog. Let's just give an example. That's my child,
Okay.
right? My dog knows sits, go in your crate, lay down, all of that. Sometimes he gives me this dumbfounded look like he doesn't know what I just said. And I think that if you discipline to a certain extent to where that can just be a threat, then you're good.
Hold on. So when he just looks at you like you don't know what you just said, you bop him in the head?
No. Like, at this point, because he's like, I guess, 14 in dog years or whatever. If he does something, because I've popped him on the butt or the paw or the nose or something when he was younger, now I'm like, go sit down. And he looks at me and I'm like, you want me to pop you? And he goes.
Okay, that makes sense.
He just goes. But I think, okay, so for a child, sometimes life got to hit him. I told you not to touch the stove. And you keep playing around the stove. You touch the stove, you burn yourself, right? A parent's mind thinks, you burning yourself isn't you just burning yourself because I told you not to do it. It's I got to go to the hospital. I got to explain myself. I'm going to pop your hand. But you keep playing. Go ahead and touch it.
That's the sensitivity of life now, is that, like, just even letting a kid touch a stove is like neglect nowadays. Like, the law look at it as like, oh, you're neglecting your child. Why'd you let him touch it? How come they were around a hot surface? Why was a hot surface there in the first place? Like, first of all, if they touch the stove is fucking there because it's in the kitchen.
Most
Okay.
people who have
And if
that
they
shit to say
touch
don't
it,
have kids.
If they touch it, it's because they've never touched it before and they don't know that it's hot.
Life lessons.
So you have to let them freaking learn. So I ain't even going to take my kid to the doctor. I'm going to put some aloe on that bitch, let him sit in a cold ice bucket, cold of water. I burned my hand when I was a kid. I just put it in an ice bucket.
But
And
did
it
you?
was-
Like, the question is,
Well, when
but
I-
did you die? Like,
No, I was perfectly fine.
Exactly.
I burned my hand on like a welding iron
damn.
in art class because I grabbed the thing and it was hot and I didn't know.
But
it was
that's
plugged in.
different.
Yeah.
That's different. We're talking about the Day-Days and I'm going to say Kiki because that was my nickname growing up and I was always in trouble.
Kiki.
The Kikis growing up, that was always into something. Sometimes you deserve what you get, right? But that's just on the level of I told you not to touch the stove, you touch the stove. Now, if it's a situation where you're being disrespectful and you're talking back, I may not pop you in the mouth, but go ahead and lay across that bed. Because what did I say? Right? Now, I can say that because growing up, I got whippings, but my whippings were separate. My dad, I'm going to give you a whipping just because. That was traumatic you do not do that to a child.
Nah.
Not, I'm just gonna give you a whipping. That you look like you did something wrong today, and you just taking that.
That's wrong.
I didn't get beat. I just got whippings, but it's just as traumatic. Now my mom, God rest her soul, come here, lay down. So I asked you not to take that. And this is literally how she would speak to me. I asked you not to do that, right? Yes, ma'am. Okay, go ahead and lay across my lap. And then she would read a Bible scripture, it pertaining to what I did wrong. Normally it was, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your mother and father, for so your days will be
remembers
long.
the whole damn scripture.
Yeah, of course. And then it was lay across my lap.
Traumatic.
And she would pop me like 5 times, and that was it. Or she would rub my hand, and she had this block of wood. I don't know where the block of wood came from. She would rub my hand. She would stretch it out. You know, the palm of your hand is like, you can't really feel anything. She would pop me 5 times. She'd be like, okay, go ahead on.
Jesus.
But I learned my lesson because she told me what I did wrong. You cannot whip a child and not tell them
word.
what the kid did wrong. I'm gonna go do it again.
Yeah, growing up, I was the youngest of 4 brothers. So my dad, he didn't really beat us like that unless like we really deserved to get an ass whooping. I never got what my brothers all got because I just learned from all their mistakes of what not to do.
They was tired when they got to you.
Yeah, I would say my my 2 oldest brothers, they got it the worst. Dennis and Tony definitely got it worse than me and Devin did. Devin definitely got one, but anyway, but they deserve what they got at the time, you know, and that was the only times that my dad really would, you know, put his hands on us, and that was really it. But like growing up, I guess, yeah, we just kind of learned from our own mistakes. We learned a lot of life lessons, and we were just smart enough to move on from them and learn from them and learn what not to do next time, you know. And
would you ever whip your children?
Yeah, I mean, if they deserve it, yeah. I mean, like, because my kids personally, they're going to learn that there's either reward for good behavior or regret for bad behavior. Yeah, you're going to regret behaving badly, or you're going to get rewarded for behaving well. So we go into a store, I'm going to tell you, you know, you behave well, you can go get some ice cream or something. I'll get you a snack you want. You know what I'm saying? But if you behave badly, when we get to the car,
that's something to talk about.
Now it's going to be like a 1, 2, 3 type of deal. First time you act bad, you're going to get yelled at. I'll be like, yo, next time, it's going to be a little bop. Next time, in the store, I ain't going to trip. But in the car, you're going to be like, bro, what's up? You know what I'm saying? We're not going to fight yet, but I'm going to probably give him a little headbutt or something.
You know what, though? I feel like discipline cannot die.
It's the third time.
You know what I'm saying?
The third time, they're going to get a bop in the store, bop in the car, bopping when they get home. I'm going to take away their stuff, and they're going to be sitting there, and they're going to learn.
But think about what discipline has done, right? So, for instance, the specific black mama stare will be ineffective if you didn't get a whipping. Because at this point, I'll be like, I'm going to look back at you. But again, bringing up the example again, I mean, my dog, I don't have to say anything. I give him that black mama stare.
But it's not just black mamas. My mom would stare at me a certain way, and I would knew she was about to smack me.
Because you got whippings before.
Yeah, but my mama's not black.
But I'm saying, cultural-wise, you have to give some sort of discipline for other things to happen, right?
Fair enough.
So, like, I don't know your culture, but I'm just saying.
I'm Puerto Rican, you know.
All right, Puerto Rican. So,
okay,
let me just say.
Find a little something. Look,
people of color.
I had to, when we were young, she would have us hold books on our head and kneel on rice. That is one of the worst punishments you can have, especially when it's on like a wood floor. Yeah, it's not pleasant. So we learned.
But you know, she gave you that look later on, and you did something wrong. Yeah. That meant this could be a potential thing that I would get in trouble for.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. We need discipline. That's why all these mass shootings and stuff is going on. Because I wish Lil Day Day would walk up in the high school with a gun. Because if his mama was there, she'd be like this.
Well,
and Day Day ain't shooting nobody. Because Day Day know mama gonna whip that ass.
I actually think a lot of that mass shooting shit is from like neglect and like getting bullied.
But the neglect comes from, like, a whooping means you love me. You care about my well-being.
I mean, It depends on what kind of whooping. Like, if it's a whooping because you did something bad, yeah. But if it's a whooping because, like you said, they just felt like whooping you, then no, that's just
abuse.
Like, yeah, that's abuse. That's fucked up.
That's
you can't
abuse.
be doing that to your kids.
But I just say,
do something bad, they really acting up. They really like beat a kid up or something. Smack the fuck out of them.
But I mean, if we're really being honest, it's more of the Hanks and the Hectors that's doing these shootings, and they
She
probably
said the
got
Hanks and the Hectors.
beats and not whippings, and that's probably what the difference is there.
That's what I'm saying.
But even
probably
they
got beat the
understand.
fuck down.
There's been little white kids in a grocery store acting up, and I gave them that look. And their mom's like, I'm going to count to 3. I'm
Yo, that
looking
is-
over the shoulder of the mama, and I'm giving them that look, and that little kid is like,
Yo, I'm
"You
gonna
right."
I'm gonna be real. So like when it comes to like discipline with the kids, when it comes to like acting right in a store and giving that certain look for those type of things, like yeah, I think black mamas got it. But when it comes to like bedtimes, from my experience with a lot of black girls who I know who have kids, they're not strict on their bedtime with their kids.
That's because
I'm just
Well,
being real.
you're
Like
right.
if their kid will just be up till like 12 o'clock with them, and they just won't make them go to bed.
I'm not doing it.
But like I know with like a lot of white parents that I know, and especially my mom being one of them, they will put the kid in the room, let them cry, and then go to sleep. And a lot of black parents that I know, I'm just gonna say single black mothers that I know.
I was
They
about to
baby their
say
kids a lot.
that I knew someone who had a son, and they would just be up.
Yeah.
But I come in, I can put that child to sleep in 5 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. I did.
But I don't have kids. I think that's it too. Kids are less reactive to their parents at bedtime. But if a Monty or a Keys come over and be like, "Come on, let's go to bed," they knocked out. I think that's why there needs to be more aunties and
That's why
uncles
I'm
in the
good
world.
Uncle Cam, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna put the kid right to sleep. I'm gonna bring him to the bed. I'm gonna be like, "Look, you going to sleep, cuz."
Because we trying to go to the club.
Facts.
Lay
You
your
trying to
head
party?
down.
You trying to get drunk? Get high as a bit. Can't do that if you.
Can't do
high,
that
man.
if you
I
are.
need you to be late.
There should be a good ratio and balance of people who are married and not married. Like somebody got to take the L.
Facts.
I'll take the L. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's not an L for some people because some people just don't want to get married. Like, I mean, I'm going to use my brother for an example. I don't see him getting married anytime soon. I don't know if he's going to get married at some point in his life. He might. He will find the girl, you know, I'm sure. But, like, at this moment in his life, I think he just enjoys being single. He enjoys being independent and on his own. And I think that's just, you know, that's where he enjoys his life. I may not be correct, but I mean, I know my brother pretty well. So I would,
Same.
you know.
I think my brother will get married. I'm actually somewhat surprised that he's not married by now.
Right.
But because it's just me and him, it's low key a competition. Like when my mom was alive, and then talking to my dad, it was kind of like who's having kids first, and I'm like, you,
yeah.
like who's doing it? Because it ain't
It
going.
was
I
the
gotta.
same with it, me and my brothers.
But why do they do that? Like you're younger than me, but I think we're finally at that age where they're looking at us like, all right now.
Yeah, that's how my parents are looking at. Like, I'm 25. I mean, Devin, my brother, who's 2 years older than me, he's the first. He's like the middle child. He's the first to have kids out of all of us. And honestly, I couldn't tell you out of all of us who was going to be the first to have a kid. I could have said maybe Dennis, but Devin ended up being the first one to have a kid. But he's also married, so you know they're married with a kid, and he has another one on the way. So congratulations to my brother.
Congrats.
But me and Tony, I don't know. I'm just not ready for a kid yet. That's just me personally.
If I have a kid, it's gonna be on Rihanna standards.
I understand. I just want to be established. You know, I want to have my
Yeah.
own crib, have a girl I trust, and want to raise the kid with. Because I want to do that family stuff and live that family life at some point. That's just me. Personally, right now, I'm good. But I know at some point in my life, I'm going to be like, yo, I'm ready for a family.
I want the polyamory lifestyle.
I mean, yeah, that poly shit could be cool. But it's just like, I don't know.
But I want
guess
them
I'm-
to have the kid. Like, y'all have the kid.
What's that
and
dude's name? Andrew something. This dude on TikTok I be watching a lot. He was saying how men, like, we don't get jealous, we get territorial. And I totally agree with that. And that's my thing with somebody I really love. Like, if I love a girl, I love her hard. And I do get, in a way, kind of territorial where it's just like, I know that you're not going to do anything. I know you're not going to cheat. I know you're not going to do that. But it's just like his example, which is a great example. If I had a Ferrari and I saw somebody trying to break into it, would I want to just let them break into it? No, I wouldn't. I would say something to him. I would stop him. I'd be like, yo, get the fuck off my Ferrari. It's going to be the same with a girl. If you're trying to hit on my girl, it doesn't matter if I know how she's going to react. It's the fact of still, get the fuck up off my girl. That's my girl. You know what I'm saying? So it's a territorial thing, and I don't think that's a bad thing for a man to be a little bit territorial over his girl, because if he's not, then that means he probably really don't care too much about her, to be honest.
I think it should be that way. I haven't dated anyone who was crazy uber jealous. If anything, it was always me.
I mean,
And it was me because it's like, why
But
you gotta
it's like-
talk to her for? Like,
but-
we both can talk to her. What's the problem?
Here's the question, but it's like, what did he do to make you start getting jealous? See, that's what we have to look at. It's like, what actions have brought you to this jealousy level to where it's just like anytime they do anything, now you're just like, oh nah, I gotta question everything, and I don't want you to go out. Like, did you cheat? Did you get cheated? You know what I'm saying?
No, I've never been cheated on that I
you
know
cheat?
of. I have cheated.
Openly.
I've cheated, but that wasn't the issue. It's typically
gonna get you.
because,
Trolls are gonna get you.
I am being honest. But I don't want to say it was circumstantial. It was just a period in my life that was just bad.
I feel you though.
You know,
We all go
like
through it.
I had like it's been 4 years since my mom passed. So I was lonely. I was depressed. I was
get it.
drinking. I was smoking. I wanted love from any and everybody
That you
in
could get
any
love
type
for.
of level.
No, I feel you.
So, and we like you kind of have to own up to that. You got to own up to your shit. So I owned it. But I think my jealousy really lied from the fact that I don't want to say it was easy to find me in a relationship, but I'm very open, right? But as an open person, it's harder for me to find a woman. So my jealousy really lies in, dang, like you found me and that was easy and she's approaching you, but like it's hard for me to find a girl because girls are hard to read. Even with I'm a female, I'm saying girls are hard to read. And so even people that I've messed around with or been with and thought like this is going to go somewhere, I got let down. So why should you have two people when I can't have two people? And then the jealousy just ran rapid. I was younger. That's dumb, but that's kind of what it was. I'm just being honest. I'm gonna put my sunglasses
Yeah,
back.
girls
on.
are a lot different than guys. Though. Anyway, all right.
I'm
guys,
different,
well,
period. So that was a different approach. I know a lot of people be like, that didn't make any sense. It makes sense
Yeah, I mean it makes sense, I guess,
a little bit.
in a way, in your own way.
Shut
up. Anyway, all right, guys. So that's all we got time for. We're already 15 minutes over, but it's all good. You know, we got a lot of good content for the week. I don't know exactly what time I'm gonna be doing my shows exactly, starting like consistently again because I had changed my time. I just wanted to do one today because I just needed to get one off my chest. It's been a couple weeks, and I needed some new content to post. So
And he missed me.
yeah, that too. You know,
Miss Keys tells it like a T.I. is.
yeah, she gives a good show. You know, she came prepared for the occasion today. Damn, girl.
I know, because, I can't have them out here like she an old biddy. I'm not.
Yeah, but go ahead and tell them where to follow you again.
You can, look, let me tell both of them. You can find me on Instagram. I'm going to give them my playful page. Keeping Up with Keys.
Playful page.
Yeah, it's like where I have more fun.
Oh, okay.
Keeping Up with Keys. So keeping without a G with Keys. Keeping Up with Keys, my bad. And on on TikTok, what is it? Original? I don't know.
How you not know your own TikTok name?
Because I don't be up there like talking about it.
Jesus Christ.
Follow me
What do you
on
mean you
Instagram.
don't be up there? I see you posting a video on TikTok.
I
like,
post them,
every
but I don't
day.
be up there.
Jesus
I don't be
Christ.
up there. He's
Your
gonna
name's
tag
right at
me.
the top of your page. Like, oh my god.
Should I find it right now? Hold on.
Look, guys, I'm just being honest with you guys. TikTok is the wave, and if you're not on it and you're not taking advantage of it right now, you're just stupid. I've started taking advantage of it. It's doing well for me. If you're not taking advantage of this TikTok wave right now while it's hot, you're just stupid. I'm being honest.
Well, I guess I'm stupid because
I'm
I
just
didn't know
being
my
real with
TikTok
y'all.
name.
If you're a business or you're an artist, producer, anything that you want to put out to the public, you need to be on TikTok. I'm just being 100 with y'all. Did you figure it out?
It's The Real Miss Keys. THE. Real MISSKEYS. The Real Miss Keys.
There you go.
Follow me.
You have mad followers up there, and you
Debate
don't even
me.
be up there.
I
What is
know I
up
need to
with
talk
you?
to my 16,000 people. I miss y'all. It's
Look
been
at
a while.
this.
I know.
I'm making my 3,700 looking
I'm
measly.
sorry.
I can't stand people
I
like
apologize. I got shadow banned, so I kind of was
that.
over
I got
it.
shadow banned. Did you get shadow banned, or did you just start not posting as much?
I got shadow banned. You
Did
see
you-
my posts up there? It's like 100,000 on some, 50,000 on another, and then now like TikTok is on some. I'm gonna give you 300.
No,
Fuck you.
because you have to have viral content.
That's
like,
what I'm
if
saying.
you're not posting viral content, then that's what I've learned with doing this. Not every video that I post is gonna get a lot of views. I mean, they all get I'm gonna say averaging over 2,000 a video or so, but like some of them go up 50, 60,000, 20,000, 17,000, whatever, but some of them don't go up as much.
We're working on it.
You know,
I
it's just
actually
the
am
content.
working on regenerating my algorithm
Yeah.
as we
It's got to
speak.
be consistent 4 times a day, baby. 3 to 4 times a day, 3 to 5 times a day. It's got to be consistent with it, baby.
And I'm going to argue with him the entire time.
Anyway, all right, I'm going to catch you guys later on. Thank you, Miss Keys, for coming through again.
Thank you.
Peace out.
Bye.
I got to go stop it.
Powered by Virginia Radio.